Welcome back. Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. Today report, we bring you major breaking development coming out of South Sudan. Well, the country is once again facing rising political and security tension as fresh fighting has erupted in Jonglei State. We are going to look at a major government official have been removed from office, and concerns are growing in Unity State over oil company responsibilities, and arrests have been made in Northern Barghazal after dispute over revenue job. These are very important stories that may shape the political and security future of South Sudan. Before we proceed with this latest update, I will ask you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video you can be notified. Let's start this report with fighting in Akobo. According to the report, fresh fighting has been reported in the strategic town of Akobo, located in Jonglei State. According to a report, opposition forces have retaken control of the town after pushing out government soldiers. This latest development has raised serious concern from the United Nations mission in South Sudan, which is UNMISS. The violence reportedly started over the weekend. By Monday, opposition spokesperson Lampol Gabriel, who is the SPLA-IO spokesperson, announced that their fighter had captured Akobo town. He also claimed that they seized military vehicles and weapons left behind by government troops. According to the statement, government soldiers who had previously taken the town in March later withdrew. This marked another major security setback in the region. Akobo remains one of the most strategic locations in South Sudan because of its position near the Ethiopian border. This area has long been seen as one of the remaining strongholds of opposition forces linked to Dr. Riek Machar. The government strongly condemned the attack. Public Service Minister Ezekiel Lulgat described the violence as senseless and unjustified. He says civilians are now at serious risk. This is especially worrying because thousands of residents had already fled the town last month after the military announced plan for operation in the area. Many families crossed into nearby areas while others moved toward the Ethiopian border in search of safety. Videos shared on social media reportedly show opposition fighters near key government buildings. This includes areas around the airstrip and administrative headquarters. This suggests that the opposition may now have control over central part of the town. Even the civilians were seen in Akobo town. A mass number of civilians were seen after the SSPDF were chased out of the town. This indicates that civilians were supporting the SPLA-IO. A UNMISS spokesperson, Piyanka Shozuri, called for an immediate end to hostilities. She said the United Nations is actively engaging all sides to stop further escalation. This news comes at a difficult time because the UNMISS base in Akobo is expected to close due to budget cuts. Many people are now worried that civilians may have less protection if violence continues. For many South Sudanese, this renewed fighting brings back painful memories of past conflict. The peace agreement signed in 2018 had raised hope for long-term peace. However, tension between government and opposition forces have continued to grow over the past year. The question men are asking now is whether this fighting could spread to other parts of the country. And let's move on to our second top story, Governor Mayendit and oil company pressure. Now let us move to Unity State, where Governor Joseph Mointuel has issued a strong message to an oil company operating in the area. According to this report, the governor has called on the South Petroleum Operating Company, also known as SPOC, to meet its responsibility to local communities. He made it clear that his administration will not compromise when it comes to the need of the people. According to the governor, local communities deserve better services. This includes primary education, clean drinking water, health care services, and road connectivity. These are basic needs that many communities near oil field or oil producing areas continue to struggle with. During a recent meeting, SPOC management briefed the governor on the company operation in Block 5A Tarajat. The company highlighted several challenges affecting its work. This includes vandalism, illegal taxation, and checkpoints along the river. Another issue raised was the increase in students from United States who are under company sponsorship. The company said the number has now gone beyond the planned budget. Governor Minchwil responded by asking the company to increase funding for community development. He specifically called for more support to the department responsible for local services and community affairs. The governor also spoke about infrastructure development. He outlined plans for the Mayendit Mad Road, which would help connect United States to Juba through Lake State. This road project is seen as very important for trade movement and development. For many citizens, the governor's message reflects long-standing frustration. Communities living near oil fields often expect to benefit from natural resources. However, many still lack services like basic services. This remains a sensitive issue across several states in South Sudan. And then move on to third top story. President Salva Kiir Mayardit sacked Parliament Speaker. In another major political development, this is like a recap. President Salva Kiir Mayardit has removed the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Parliament. This decision was announced through a presidential decree read in Parliament on Tuesday. The removed Speaker is Gemma Nunu Kumba, who made history in 2021 as the first woman to hold the position. Deputy Premena Along was also dismissed. This move followed growing political tension within the ruling SPLM party. Last week, members of the SPLM caucus submitted a petition accusing the Speaker of corruption. The allegation involved the alleged misuse of parliamentary funds, according to the report. So far, Gemma Nunu Kumba has not publicly responded to the accusation. President Salva Kiir Mayardit has now appointed Joseph Pasiko as the new Speaker. Abu Ayig has been appointed as the new Deputy Speaker. Political analysts say this latest reshuffle reflects the President's continued effort to maintain control over the government. This is not the first time major removal in recent months. In late February, President Salva Kiir Mayardit also removed Finance Minister Bak Chol, who had served only 3 months. No official reason was given at the time. Frequent political reshuffle have become common in South Sudan. Many analysts believe these changes are connected to power struggle and concern over succession. This latest move may increase political tension further. Citizens and observers are now watching closely to see whether more high-level change will follow. And then move on to another breaking report. Arrest in Majok Yit Theo. Now to Northern Bargazal State, where tension have escalated in Majok. 3 youths have been arrested after local revenue offices were shut down following a dispute over staff deployment. According to report, security forces carried out the arrest on Monday morning. This happened just hours after angry residents reportedly locked the revenue office on Sunday evening. The dispute centered around a newly released list of deployed staff. Some youths in the area say the recruitment process was unfair. They claim local qualified candidates were excluded. The arrested individuals have been identified as Mating Lual O, Yaiden Koch, Garang Akot. Authority accused them of organizing the shutdown. Residents said frustration are growing because many appointments reportedly went to people from other counties. These include Awil North, Awil West, and Awil Center. Local youth in Majok Ito say they feel marginalized. They believe job opportunity in their own town are being given to outsiders. This is a major issue because the town is an important border trade area. Job in custom and revenue collection are considered economically valuable. Officials say they try to resolve the matters peacefully. They advised the protesting group to submit their complaint through formal channels. However, the group allegedly refused and moved ahead with the office closure. Police then step in to restore order, even though authorities say the situation is now under control. Community tension remains high. This issue reflects a widespread problem of unemployment and competition for government jobs in South Sudan. Today, developments show that South Sudan continues to face major political, economic, and security challenges, from fighting in Akobo to political shakeup in Juba, from oil community concern in Unity State to job-related tension in Awil. These events reveal deep issues that still need urgent attention. The country remains at a critical moment. Peace, fairness, and development are now more important than ever. What do you think about these latest developments? Leave your thought in the comment section below. Do you think the situation in Akobo may worsen? And what is your view on the parliament reshuffle? Thank you for watching Changfied YouTube channel. If you are new here, please help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified.